Hey, it's Nikki B on the scene and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another beat with me. And yes, we do have a new background. And yes, I got mad flowers everywhere. I ain't gonna hold you, so it's a little crunchy back here, but it's doing what it needs to do. So I hope you guys really like the new look. I love the new look. And we're gonna keep it moving in the video. So welcome back to another pop news video. It seems like you guys really like my little pop news. And honestly, it's just me just talk about anything that's popular, whether it's celebrity news, current events, whatever. Anything that just stands out to me and I have an opinion on it and I just simply want to talk about it with you guys. We gotta talk about Kim K. Homegirl is out here lying about furniture, and not just any furniture. She's lying about furniture that was allegedly made by the late artist Donald Judd. Now, the reason why this is such a huge controversy because she's actually being sued by his estate for lying about this said knockoff piece of furniture that she has shown in her little video. And it just goes to show that even the rich people are not spending their dollars like that. To me, it kind of humanized her just a tad bit, but at the same time, you are a woman who is known for like luxury, spending the most on this and that. Like, this is the same woman who cried in the middle of the ocean because she dropped her, I think, her diamond earring. She clearly has money to spend, but to be lying about furniture from a famous artist is crazy. So then the estate was like, that ain't his pieces. Those are knockoff, because apparently this man's, RIP to him, but from what he has built, like the way he does it, and however the process of what he does with this wood or whatever the case may be, it's numbered, it's going through like different factories or whatever the case may be. Like, it's the real deal. And a lot of his pieces can run for about up to $90,000 or more. So it's very expensive, and I feel like even if I had a lot of money, I'm not dropping $90,000 on some basic wooden top. That's my personal opinion. But if Kim K wants to drop that, she can, but she didn't because she bought a little knockoff. And even the rich people don't got it like that. And I mean, she probably does have it, but she didn't want to waste her money on that. But it's like, my whole thing about it is like, why are you lying? You don't gotta lie. And honestly, I didn't even think it was that serious. Like, if you do have a knockoff, and companies can actually sue you for having a knockoff, because I think in the lawsuit they will want for her to destroy the knockoff actually, and they want to know where the knockoff came off, so then they can like sue them as well. It's like, it's a whole process. I'm just like, oh, they go crazy. And I get it, it's your artwork. You don't want people, copying it and reselling it at a cheaper rate. And probably you don't want certain people to have your artwork. I don't know. So I get the copyright infringement, all that stuff. But honestly speaking, let's look at the piece. You're gonna walk by this furniture and not think a goddamn thing about it. I'm gonna look at it, I'm like, okay, it's a countertop. What about it? Especially we're in this day and age where a lot of people like this very beige, modern, I forgot what they call it, but the very beige, the very white, it's very bland. There's rarely any color in it. Like, we're in that kind of age of just like decoration or design or whatever it would be called. So I look at that piece and I'm just like, okay, it doesn't really stand out to me, but I get it. I guess it's your piece, your artwork, protect it at all costs, I guess. But I just find it hilarious that Kim Kardashian was just lying about that. So I'm like, if she's lying about a furniture allegedly that she said that was made by this artist, imagine how many other things that she might be lying about. These are celebrities that a lot of people look up to. They want to aspire to be like them. And I'm gonna just let y'all know, this is a perfect example of not idolizing people and not trying to aspire to be like them, because these people are lying too. They're lying about their funds. They're lying about, my hair is getting caught on this thing. These people are lying about, some items to make it look like they got it like that when they don't. Half of these celebrities are probably buying it off of Shein for all we know. They're probably going to Temu. Who's gonna know? Who gonna check you? As long as you keep your mouth shut, ain't nobody really gonna check you. But the thing about Kim, she has to kind of show her stuff because her brand is literally, you know, at least right now, her brand is about luxury, living in luxury, doing luxurious things. So she kind of has to upkeep with that. So she has to be a little more careful when she does say, oh, she got this piece from X, Y, and Z, because people are going to fact check her. For the most part, most of these celebrities are probably lying about half the things that they get. And it kind of reminds me of how, you know, the people that be on the city streets, for example, like New York, and they be in the street, you know, selling the Louis Vuittons, the Gucci, you know, the Coach, all that stuff. But there's people who go to those people on the street selling those knockoffs, and honestly speaking, if you were to put 2 and 2 together, you will not notice a difference. So who's to say that these celebrities and other wealthy people are not doing the same and just lying about saying, hey, yeah, I bought this, you know, $100,000 Birkin bag, when in reality they probably went to somebody on Jamaica Avenue and bought it for 20 bucks. Who's gonna know? Who's really gonna check you? Moving on. So now if you are from Jersey, you know of this DJ. His name is DJ Lil Man, and apparently I heard that he's been accused of having inappropriate relationships with minors, you know, with young girls, and this has been going around on TikTok. I don't know if this information is old. I haven't actually done a deep dive on it, but I will say to this, I am not surprised. If it is true, it's very unfortunate because I really like, you know, the Jersey club and stuff like that. It's like the anthem of Jersey at this freaking point. So if you hear in the club, you know, it's DJ Lil Man, who else? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know. If you know the dance, you know the dance. So it's really just a vibe. So it really sucks, you know, because it's like, it's so many people that's just being exposed right now. Why couldn't y'all just be normal? Why do you guys have to be evil and villains all the freaking time? It's like, we can't have nothing. It's like, by the time this year is over, everybody that we did like, we ain't gonna like no more. We ain't gonna have nobody, okay? But yeah, he's been accused of that. You know, all this information is alleged. There is a girl on TikTok that's talking about it, and her video's been kind of like circling around, but again, I don't know how old this information is and how long it's been out, etc. But you know, I just wanted to share a light on that because it is kind of like obviously close to home. So again, if you're from New Jersey, New York, and you know of that, it's crazy. It's just crazy information, you know. And again, if it is true, lock them up. We do not condone pizza. We're gonna leave it at pizza. We're gonna call it pizza. I ain't gonna say the word because I ain't trying to get demonetized, blah, blah, blah. But we don't condone pizza, okay? But that's all I really have to say to that. There's really nothing else to say because again, there's not enough information to kind of like figure out if he's even really being investigated for these inappropriate relationships. So we're gonna move on. So apparently at a school, but it's at Klein High School, and apparently a teacher, a cosmetologist teacher, and her son were involved in a ST ring, a sex trafficking ring, and they were recruiting girls. The mother was obviously arrested and being charged. Her son was also arrested. I'm not sure if he's being charged or not. But when I tell you, how does stuff like this happen at a school? And it's like, it's not completely impossible, I should say. It's not completely impossible because obviously we always hear the stories of like the girls and the boys being like trafficked outside of school because again, they befriend, you know, other kids and stuff like that. You know, you find a common ground and eventually it just becomes like a pattern and they just start gathering more people. Like, it happens, okay? The best place, and you know, I hate to kind of say it this way, but kind of the best place to traffic the kids is at a school because that's where all the kids is going to be at. You know, the teachers can't watch everything. The security guards can't catch everybody. Kids are always going to find a way around that, unfortunately. So it's very possible that can happen. But the fact that it was going on inside of the school, and then again, she was a teacher. Regardless of what type of teacher she was still a teacher, and your job is to teach, not hold an ST ring with your son. That is crazy to me. Apparently the other teachers didn't know about it. The principal ain't know nothing was going on. Like, it seemed like everyone was just up in the air. Like, I didn't know this was happening. How could you not know? Like, I just feel like there's just certain signs that's going to be evident that you're just going to have to question. Like, I don't know, maybe it just has to be an intuitive type of feeling. I don't know, but I just feel like stuff like this should not even become this big. It needs to be nipped in the butt, but that's just not how the universe works. I wish it worked as perfectly as that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But we're gonna move on to the next one because it also has to deal with the school. This made me mad because I really wanted to throw the hands through the screen because I hate when vulnerable people who aren't able to defend themselves are being abused by anybody who is able to defend themselves. So in this particular case, I guess she was a student aide. So this child was nonverbal. Well, this child is nonverbal. He is autistic. And in the video, which I will not show, he was being hit by this teacher aide. I'm gonna say she's a teacher's aide. He was being hit by this teacher's aide for absolutely no reason. And honestly, even if he was acting up or whatever the case may be, there still should be no reason that you're even putting your hands on a child. And it was so horrific watching that. Like, I'm telling you, like, she was elbowing him, punching him in his head, and then at one point in the video she got up and was like, I guess she was hitting his knees. Like, it was just so crazy to me. I'm like, what the hell is going through your mind that you feel the need to be, you know, rocking him like that? Like, and especially again, it's so heartbreaking because this is a nonverbal child, so they don't know how long this actually has been happening. And keep in mind, these buses have cameras, so I don't know if the schools was seeing this. I don't know if it was like a process, like, okay, once the kids get dropped off, somebody like sees the video just to, I guess, check everything. Like, I don't know. The school saw they were trying to hide it, because, you know, some schools, they be very quick to protect their, you know, their fellow teachers or whatever. But what's going on? Like, she was legit punching this kid and hurting him. And I'm just like, if I was on that bus and say I was another teacher, I'm rocking her junk. When I tell you she's getting dragged off that bus in 2.5 seconds, she's getting dragged. But yeah, and I'm thinking about the bus driver. I'm like, are they not looking back through the rearview mirror? Like, at any given point, did they just catch her in the act? Like, I just need to know what's going on, because I know there was other children. I'm like, did they see? I know not every child is nonverbal on this bus. It's like, it's different forms of disabilities, okay? So I don't know. But I mean, I'm not gonna put that on the children. I'm not, because it ain't their fault. How long was this happening? Because they said that they didn't really notice bruising up until, I guess, after a certain point they started to see some bruisings on the child, and that's what made the parents question, like, why you keep coming home with bruises on you? And obviously, again, keep in mind, he's nonverbal, so he can't express that this woman is beating him up every day on the way to school, or even probably on the way home from school. But wherever the time reaches, he's getting beat up by this lady every single day. If that was my child, oh, she was gonna see me. That was just very unfortunate, but she also has been caught and arrested. And I don't know any update in terms of the parents and this and that. I think they went to court, and I think they played the video for, you know, in front of everybody to see. And it's just sad. It's just sad that we have people who are just so evil, and they get into these positions to harm innocent people for absolutely no reason. It just breaks my heart, and I just hate how long that it takes for these schools to release videos, release audio to question, you know, these teachers and, you know, other staff. It's like, who are you hiring? Like, what is the hiring process at this point? And you know, I get it. We're in a time where there's not a lot of teachers. There's not a lot of other people to be staffed at these schools. A lot of people are underpaid. I get that, but you guys have to do better. I don't know, y'all need to look at the Chick-fil-A model to see how they hire. Cause whenever I go to the Chick-fil-A line, I always get the best customer service no matter where I'm at. They might miss my sauces a couple of times, but I always receive great customer service. So I don't know if the schools need to start looking at them just to figure out what they look for in a person, because this should not be happening at all. Now, this is just a little fun just to kind of end it off, but I think Halle and DDG like gaslighting their fans. Don't get me wrong, I like Halle. I like her little music. I like her acting and stuff. I think she's a very creative girl, very talented for sure. But why are they gaslighting their fans? And especially between that whole situation between her, DDG, and Ruby. I think her name was Ruby Rose, whatever her name is. It was during that time, I guess, when Ruby posted that message that DDG sent her, and basically saying like, she was like, oh, this is why I'm still single. And then Halle ended up, she put in her tweet like, oh, you know, the devil works hard, whatever. Said something in response, I guess, to the girl saying that. So it was just a lot of back and forth, and basically made it seem like Ruby was the one, I guess, reaching out or whatever the case may be, and, you know, made the internet kind of go against Ruby, when in fact the reality of the entire situation was that when DG was talking to, I guess, who he was talking to, Vlad TV. Vlad be talking to everybody, but he was talking to Vlad and basically was saying like how he was actually arguing with Halle, and to make her mad, he ended up texting Ruby in front of Halle. So Halle saw this, and she knew it was gonna make her mad. And they both, they both was there in the argument, and that's what had happened. So I'm just like, Halle, you knew what he did. You saw what happened. Why are you gonna go online and make it seem like Ruby is the one that's trying to like slither her way into your relationship, trying to break y'all up? This man literally played with the both of y'all. It was just very weird, a very weird situation. And it's like, honestly, if y'all arguing, keep that off the internet. Nobody needs to know that you're arguing, or at least going through something, and this is how you guys react. In my opinion, it's very immature. Now that y'all have a kid, y'all definitely gotta figure it out. And it just made me kind of look at her just a little differently, just like I said, I still like Halle, but I'm a little skeptical, like something off about you. That is all that I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be back again with another one. Bye.